We got over 100 pips live for free on YouTube 2 weeks ago, just going over showing you that trading is as easy as you make it on yourself. And that literally goes for everything from futures to Forex to cryptos to stocks, options, and like everything in between. Once you have the skill set, no one can take it from you. Yes, hopping from platform to platform and learning some new contract sizes obviously can be a challenge, but once you have the skill set, it applies to all things, and I think that's pretty awesome. So tonight, quite a few things to go over with you real quick. Of course, before we get started, we're going to say disclaimer. This is recorded for not investing, legal, or financial advice. Educational purposes only. Really, the only reason I'm doing these videos is to show that when you follow a strategy, it doesn't need to be perfect. You need consistent duplicatable management, consistent entry reasons, and ta-da, Bob's your uncle. You can be profitable. Not perfect, not 100%. No, you won't win every trade, but yes, net gains, you can be net profitable. And the better you get at being net profitable, not only can you beat the banks, even with the best interest rates right now, 5, 10%, depending on your money market or annuity, et cetera, literally, you can 10x that in a month, better yet a year. The options are literally endless. So before we go any further, I do want to stop here and say, hey, if you have not already done so, please make sure you scan this link tree. Let me actually make sure I have a slightly better view of it so it's on camera. I'll do my best here. There you go. All the brokers that we work with are in there. I'm leaning heavily toward Plexi and N1C being regulated. N1C is regulated, and my long-standing relationship with Plexi. We know that MT4 had another update which literally just kicked every single thing off, causing major disruptions a week ago. Plan on that being more of the same. Plan on that not going anywhere. So for now, if you're looking for brokers that use mock versions, they're not calling it MT4, they're calling it MT Pro, et cetera. Two to consider would be like Hero and Hugo's. Both of those brokers are going to be found here. But also, if you are not yet involved in our free Discord community where we're hopefully building this like-minded community of traders and investors who are just looking to make those differences in their lives, share trade ideas, discuss different platforms, approaches to top step and prop firms and management and everything along those lines, that is going to be a great place for you. Not to mention, let's see, I'm actually going to go over that right now. Not to mention, you'll have access to this as our trade results and just trading log, where people come in and they show they're winning whatever, their how we perform that week, their past challenges, et cetera. But we have a whole community where people are sharing different ideas, YouTubes, and getting their questions answered from everything from prop firms and everything alike. So kind of cool. But actually today we just released publicly, not just for our paid members, our 6-figure trading coach USDCAD copier, as well as our gold copier. These are both very high risk. They're not going to be as seamless as you want, but all the information you can think of are going to be available in there. And come join along for the ride. Come watch kind of what we do, the good, the bad, and the ugly. None of this stuff is perfect, but all of this stuff is possible with the right management and with the team, with the community behind us. So that's really what we're looking for, is to show, hey, what happens when you have a community? What happens when you follow the same strategy? When you get over your head, get over your mismanagement, the sky is the limit. So overall, we're doing great things, and that community continues to grow. So you're welcome to join. Scan that link tree to find out more. And without further ado, let's go take a look at how the trades we looked at last week, where they're at right now. Of course, we have to show what we looked at and kind of how it's all played out. We did end up keeping a few of these open just to kind of see how they continued, and we had a couple of retests and new entries for those of y'all interested on both EURNZD and USDCAD. Those ended up playing out for more than just this pips that we did kind of collect. We had more entries, and they went further than what had happened in that 2-week period. We did take a loss, a small pip, but expensive pair. So the pip value isn't very, large on this loss, but the value of the loss was definitely sizable in my opinion. Of course, we hit those major targets on AUUSD and NZD/JPY. According to our predefined management, we hit enough of those pips to have protected. But man, the JPY pairs still have not made that drop that we were looking for. And I know I'm definitely not the only one. So only a mere 85 pips. Overall, we're clocking in about 19,000 pips. To give you an idea, if you're risking 1%, taking the full loss and the full gain, this is not nothing in a very short amount of time, right? This is only 26 weeks, about 52 weeks in total. Definitely not a bad way to be. And that is not a large starting investment, right? If you're risking about 5%, which is high risk, but remember, this is swing trading. You have plenty of room on that trade and you're capitalizing, you're scaling back in literally in 40 minutes a month, 40, 60-ish minutes a month, time to check it here and there. I said a month, 60 minutes a month. That's 6 figures starting with $500. Now that's high risk. You might take a couple of entries, know how to manage, and there's a lot of factors that go into that. But that is simple math. That is what we're doing here. So definitely not a bad way to be for a very short amount of time. Of course, you can go on a higher deposit side, smaller risk. The options are really endless. So in our morning classes, we have been able to accomplish about 139,000 pips. We clocked at 2,700. This, again, is part of that paid membership on Discord where the community, we're doing a lot of great things. You'll also note we had a couple of really large weeks. We had a couple of really large trades as well. Huge trades that we didn't even call. We just discussed on our class. Overall, we're doing pretty good. Over 139,000 pips this year. Still clocking in at about an 88% accuracy. In all the years I've been at this, I can pop into them low 90s. But statistically, when I'm getting into the hundreds and 200 trades at a time, I'm averaging about 87, 88, 89, 86, 91, 90% accuracy. So definitely not a bad way to be. This, unfortunately, is ugly in my opinion, but that's because we've got huge amounts with indices and then tiny amounts with Forex, and that number is just getting so beat up in between. But you get the idea overall. So let's go take a look at the pairs we have. I do have 2 more for you this evening, although there's not a lot setting up according to the predefined strategy that we are using. So we're going to make the best of it, and I'm going to show you what we got, and let's go take a look. Okay, first things first, let's look at the good, the bad, and the ugly. NZD, JPY, this is where we were sitting. We did pop down a couple of times, 30, 50-ish pips, give or take, before coming up and breaking structure. But overall, this trade still has not been ready. I know I caught some of this sell and some of this sell. We were pretty heavy in all the way from up here. It's just still hasn't made its move. Nowhere near to our targets, and that's real trading. We cannot possibly win them all, so to think so is foolish. But we did, according to our management, which again is predefined, it's not subjective, have enough to be able to lock, scale, trail, or protect. So there's that one. EURNZD, beautiful trade. We actually discussed it not only here, but also here. So we've got those pips. One, perfectly got that reaction into our box, that 125-ish. And again, twice, although we're not putting that on our spreadsheet. I have taken multiple entries. All were wins. I took 1 loss, though, trying to trade this area down here today. And that's, again, part of trading. Overall, this was a winning trade for our experiment, 4-hour swing trading experiment video. So we'll take that off of our list. Euro GBP has not made its move. Again, expensive, very small ATR, not a lot of room in between where that entry was and where this last low was. So even adding that ATR just never came up. Wasn't ready. That's okay. We're going to win some. We're going to lose some. Also, may I note, we weren't confirmed with the strategy. So it kind of goes with the territory of being over aggressive. You can't always time them the way you want. AUUSD played out beautifully. This was taken on June 4th. Not only had 1 drop, 2 drops, I caught a sell, a lot of this buy, sell, and I bought back up again. So I've got a lot of trades out of this. As of now, though, I'm not looking for sells. Is what it is. Got the reaction in the area we knew was going to be important and significant, and you can't ask for more than that. So super, super happy. Overall, that's, 70, 80-ish pips, give or take, depending on your broker and a whole bunch of other things. And that's AUUSD. I'm ending on USDCAD because like EURNZD, we caught this one, but we also caught another buy up on that following week. So some of these trends, these trades are just beautiful when you learn how to take multiple entries and how to manage and how to get in and get out and all the many options that you have. So USDCAD, geez, I don't know. We left that up. That was 100 pips. And then again on the 4th, we came and got another almost 150-ish pips. Again, not accounted for on our spreadsheet. We did discuss it as a trade idea. But today, I'm going to remove this, and I'm going to leave that highlighted because what do we have? Our golden strategy is saying it's time to sell. I like selling the US dollar this week. If we go to the higher time frame to see where price is sitting, I like where it's sitting, right? I will note that if I'm taking a sell, and I'm using even here, I need to be able to get at least, better than a 1-to-1. This is almost a 2-to-1, probably slightly less, depending on where you're entering. But same thing over and over again. I'm always going to mark the candle prior to the one that we're on. Zoom in a smidge. I'm going to go with an active entry. Double click on this. And the second I'm done with this video, I'm going to go take my active entries with you. So I have my own accounts that we're doing these trades right alongside with you. I do look for 4-hour trades about once a week, and I'm only doing these videos about twice a month, so every other week. It's definitely not a bad way to be. It is simple, it is peaceful. The trade wins or loses, and you get an alert, based off if you want to re-entry or how to manage. It's kind of awesome. Really peaceful way of trading. Nothing like the super fast scalping stuff. But this is what I'm looking for, a sell on USDCAD. Now, before I go to the next pair that I have in mind, I'm just going to click through it a little bit. USD Chef, not ready. The sell we missed. I'm going to click through. GU, I would be looking for a buy, but it would be a retracement play, and most of that's paid for. Looking for a buy here, but already in it, too late. Not willing to sell or buy at this level on UJ. We already discussed USDCAD, and if I keep going, a lot of these pairs, as you can see, are not yet confirmed. So would I like to buy this? I would. We're not quite confirmed, right? Even the 50, now we've curved down. Euro odd, not confirmed. Just everything is kind of sitting far away. I'm not touching the JPY with where they're sitting right now for a buy, and they're definitely not ready for a sell. If I keep going, that's really what the market is looking like right now. So EURNZD, we missed that buy. I caught none of it, although it was perfect. I am in a couple of CAD pairs. JPY is sitting pretty high. Chef JPY is sitting pretty high. Looking for a buy here. Kind of actually like this one. We've got our breakout. We've retested beautifully. We do have a confirmation. Okay. So I've got a total of 3 pairs that I like. This is one of them. Gold is one of them, if I can find it. Beautiful. And this is one of them. So pick and choose. You'll notice that these are not too correlated. USD, CAD, and gold, US dollar. Obviously, those are correlated. But these are all not bad trades. So let's take a look at why I like this pair. Yes, we've got our golden strategy entry. I'm going to use my crosshairs real quick to kind of go over exactly where that was. That's here. We had yet to get our confirmation and proof of continuation, so this is kind of a risky play. Not to mention where we just came up and wicked into, we've cleared the volume up here. We've cleared that low. However, we've got our break of structure, our potential change of direction, right? And we retested that move already. So now if we are to take this trade, you can choose to have a pretty tight stop loss or give it structure and let this play out. So overall, where price is sitting, literally right here. I'm going to double click, and I'm going to be looking for a buy right here from the second I get off of this call. And just see how it plays out. Demo these for a few months and say, wait, what if I just did this? Doesn't take a lot of time. It doesn't take any money. You can paper trade this to find out if I just followed simple rules. The rules are predefined at the beginning of this video. There's no subjectivity. There's no, well, if this, then that. She said, I couldn't. You did, I didn't. It's all defined. Look what's actually possible. Let the wins and losses fall where they will, and see how profitable this can be. So overall, let's talk risk and reward before we get off of this pair. I would probably be pretty tight on this. Ooh, I did that wrong. Ooh, my stop loss is going to be in this range. Looking for price to at least come back into here. If I ever can get my tools to work properly. That's a 5-to-1. That's plenty. If you're like me and you want your Forex pairs to have plenty of room, you're still sitting pretty close to a 2-to-1. That's not a bad way to be. If we do break above this level, I'm looking to come at least into this range. At least into that, 1.77 range. So great trade overall. Great potential. Great potential. That's EURNZD. We've already got USDCAD. And last but not least, we already have a buy. I had a buy before class this morning. We took another buy in class this morning. Ended up profitable. Hit our blue target perfectly. Kind of that perfect timed scalp. Nice. 4-hour time frame is getting us set up for a buy. And if I go another time frame, I am looking to clear some of this liquidity to the upside before we potentially break this out. Granted, we're sitting at some pretty strong support here. Some very, very strong support that is not looking like it wants to break. So if we are to sell, not to say we might not be forming a flag or a wedge or what have you. That's not a word, a wedge. I'm still looking to clear some liquidity to the upside before we sell down. Is there a guarantee of that? Absolutely not. If you're going to put gold in your account, please make sure you have enough leverage and equity to be able to do so. Make sure you're not undercapitalized because it's a good way to get your butt handed to you. Metals, indices are expensive to trade. People really need to understand that. I figure we're pushing down right now. I would go as far as to go to a smaller time frame and wait until I got a 1-minute golden strategy arrow for those of y'all who have it, or wait until we come down and retest a little bit. Wait till you start getting bullish candles. get the best possible entry on this. Now, if I zoom out one more tick and I hit buy, my handy dandy Swiss Army knife, yes, I have been spoiled with that tool because it is the number one thing I miss as I'm trading on futures. The number one thing I miss is this tool right here. I'm not even kidding. Not a sales pitch. I didn't make it. I don't get anything from saying it. This tool right here, let me tell you, gives me everything I need to know, from lot sizes to just risk. Amazing. It's amazing. But here we go. Figure this is a 2.2 to 1. I am looking actually to break this high. So if this direction is right and this JGS signal is accurate, I'm looking to actually break this high. So we'll see. We don't necessarily have a lot of the heavy news that's going to ensure that happens, but I think that that's the direction we're going. So anything is possible. You're going to win some, you're going to lose some. Try to make sure this is not the one you lose. As you're in any amount of profit, I'm saying this on this recording, 25 pips is already part of our predefined stuff. This ATR is very, very high, so we're not going to give it 95 pips. When you're in any profit, please lock, scale, trail, and protect. If you're going heavy in your lot sizes, get out of 70% of that trade, 50% of that trade, wait for a retest and get in again. You can take lots of entries, right? It's just a good way to trade this and preserve your capital. Because remember, a penny saved is a penny earned. Penny saved is a penny earned. We talked about that this morning. I'm going to say it again here. Please, please, please don't risk the capital unnecessarily. But those are the 3 trades this evening. Please do check out that link tree. There is a free community on Discord right now. We are going to probably cap that at, I don't know yet. I'm going to talk to my team. They're better at those decisions than me. But we're probably going to cap that when we get to a certain number of members as we continue to grow. But ultimately, we just want to put like-minded, good individuals who are serious about making trading their full-time income, their real-life income, their expat income, their, digital, what is it called? Digital nomad, whatever, all the things. If you're looking to be a stay-at-home parent who has sizable, sustainable, substantial income, that's a lot of S's. Sizable, sustainable, substantial income. You can do that, but we're looking for people who are really going to stick with it long enough, especially in an environment where platforms are kind of like quicksand and one prop firm is coming up and another platform is going down and another broker and another legal legislative nonsense we can't even get to the bottom of. This is going to take some work, but we've got some EAs that are performing really well. We've got some copier accounts that are performing really well. Our classes are going really well. We got some things that aren't performing so well. That's part of it too. But again, the kind of people who are able to stick with it through those seasons in the real, right, for the reals, and make this something real in their life in the next many years to come. So happy Tuesday. I hope you guys are all enjoying summer and all that good stuff in between. I will be back on here in 2 weeks. As always, if you found this content helpful, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and do all the things that make YouTube happy so it shows this video to more like-minded people just like you. Happy trading, take care, and God bless.